Last time we have discussed about the different features on the basis of that we classify the organism in that first level of organization, then symmetry, then whether on the basis of their germinal layer, diploblastic or triploblastic, then basis of coelom formation, pseudocoelom, acoelom, and the coelomet, true coelom, then metameric segmentation and notochord. First, some question answers. Can you define diploblastic condition? Diploblastic. Sakshi.
I mean, diploplastic, there is two germination level.
Germinal.
There are two germinal level in diploplastic.
Which are they?
First, the outermost layer is known as ectodermic. Inside level layer is known as ectodermic, and in the middle there is one jelly-like structure.
Listen. Outside ectoderm. Ectodermic नहीं. Outside ectoderm. Inside endoderm. Endo meaning inside. Right? आप दोनों में ecto बोल रहे हो. That is wrong. Ectoderm, endoderm. Now tell me, in between them?
In between there is a one jelly-like structure called mycelia.
No, mesoglea.
Mesoglea.
Remember all terms. Sakshi? Mesoglea.
Okay,
Next. Can anyone define radial symmetry? Arpita?
Organism which is divided into two identical halves is known as radial symmetry.
Two identical halves. That is not the correct definition. How can we make two identical halves? बोलो.
Straight.
Straight क्या होता है? Maitri.
Ma'am, the organism that can be divided into two equal parts in multiple planes is known as radial symmetry.
Multiple, use that word, any plane of axis. That is the correct term. Okay. Next. Kirtan, explain metameric segmentation.
Metameric segmentations are the bands or are the segments which are present on the animal body, both outer side and inner side.
Correct.
Example.
हाँ बोलो.
Earthworm.
Earthworm. Next. Now the next that we are going to start, phyla. Different phyla. First phylum, that's a Porifera that belongs to kingdom Animalia. Member of this phylum are commonly known as sponges. See, phylum Porifera, this term explained first of all. Pori name suggests pores. Pori name suggests pores, and the para, that's the meaning body. Para meaning what? Body. So porifera, remember, pori meaning pores like, and para meaning body. Body with pores, that we call the porifera. Next, members, if you can make out over here, first of all, let's see the organisms. These organisms have on their body so many pores. These are the dot structures. These are the pores, right? any example of the porifera you can take, that so many pores are present on their outer body surface. That's why the name given, it's the porifera, remember. Now next, in that, commonly member of this phyla are known as sponges. Then their habitat generally marine. Generally marine, only one member, most of them are marine, but one member of the sponges, that is freshwater, and that's name is Spongilla. Name is which one? Spongilla. Spongilla, freshwater sponge. Remember, only this one is a freshwater poriferan sponge. Rest all are marine. They live in an ocean, right? So first, habitat, remember, generally marine, but always remember one member, that is freshwater. Next, symmetry, asymmetrical organism. Last time we have discussed, sponges cannot be divided into two equal halves by any plane of axis because their body is totally in different shape, right? So that's why we call asymmetrical organisms. Then body organization. Body organization, in that multicellular animals, they are multicellular, but these cells, this mass of cell do not shows the interaction, do not shows that division of labor. They remain as an individual. Cell to cell interaction does not occur. That's why tissue formation does not occur. It's not a unicellular, it's a multicellular organism, but here cell mass doesn't show any kind of interaction with each other. That's why we call cellular level of organization. Remember, next unique feature of this poriferans that is found only in this poriferan organism: water transport or canal system. Water transport system, or the which one? Canal system. Understand this system first. In this, see, here the sponge body is there. This is the intake sponge, and over here the LS, longitudinal section, is taken in this part, right? Next thing, if you can make out over here on their outer surface at this point, small pores are present. If you can make out, see, in this circle, in this, right? Very small pores are present. These small pores which are present on entire body surface of sponges or the poriferans, that we called individual we call ostium, plural ostia. Remember, small pores which are present on entire body surface. Small pores present on entire body surface. So in that, यहाँ से जो outer side पे दिखते हैं, this all small pores, these all are ostia. In that, first thing, these ostia are the small pore structure. Next, just a second. Small pores are ostia. Then the large pore is present at this part. Here the large pore is present, right? This one we call osculum. Small pores on entire body surface. These are known as the ostia, and the large one we call osculum. Now next, how the water, see, you know, this is the aquatic organism, right? Found in a water bodies. So it gets the food from the water bodies. How? In this, now, if you can make out over here, डायग्राम क्लियर है आपको? Clearly visible है? Okay. Now, if you can make out over here that these are one, फिर यहाँ पे है two, in this part, 3, 4. Same over here, this type of structure is present, right? आपको ये दिख रहा है clearly? The structures. So this is the actually this one is ostium. Outside से देखे तो small pore है, right? Ostia. Now, so through the water current, water, just imagine over here water is present, right? So through the water current, water that enter through this ostia into the canal from all the pores. Water enter into the canal. Right? Now next thing, that once the water enter into the canal of the sponges, first of all we call spongocoel. This canal over here, the canal, the space is present, gap is present, that we call the canal, and that name spongocoel. Cavity present inside the body of an sponges we call spongocoel. So now, first water pathway, when we see ostia, from the ostia or through the ostia का structure ऐसा है. On one side it opens on the body surface, on other side it opens into the spongocoel. In between them, here the canal-like structure is present, tubular part. So ostia opens into canal. This canal opens into spongocoel. This canal opens into spongocoel. बोलिए, up to here clear? First, on the outer body surface of sponges, ostia are present. Ostia का structure ऐसा है, see, in this way. यहाँ पे. On one side it opens on outside, on other side it opens into spongocoel. Now, through this ostia, water enter into the spongocoel by passing through canal. Now, inside the canal or inside the cavity, that the spongocoel, if we can make out over here, this type of cells. दिख रहा है आपको ऐसे cells है? In a group, exact shape ऐसा है. Can you make out this type of cells? These cells are known as choanocytes. These cells are known as what type of cells? Choanocytes, or commonly be called polar cells. Coenocytes, or else we called polar cells. Remember. Next. Shubh, what are you doing?
Ma'am, chocos.
Next, spongocyl is lined by a specialized cells we call coenocytes, and these coenocytes, if you can make out, these are flagella. These are flagella. So coenocytes are flagellated cells. So these cells are present in this part. 1, 2, 3. So exact if structure, if we can make, suppose this is the spongocyl, right? So over here, this type of cells are present. Flagellated cells. Now, one more thing, in between them, at some region, this ostia are present. Right? Now, once the water enter through the ostia canal into spongocyl, spongocyl lined by these flagellated coenocytes or polar cells, they have flagella. So they shows beating of flagella. Flagella beat in upward direction. Flagella beat in a which direction? Upward direction. So whatever water comes over here, it moves on upward side where the large pore is present, osculum. And through the osculum, this water comes outside. From this part, water enter into this. Then through the coenocytes, by beating movement of flagella, water moves upward, and this water again comes outside. Now, what is the benefit of this? That water enter and then exit, right? These sponges get the food when water, suppose imagine over here the food particles are present. These food particles with the water enter into the spongocyl. And inside the spongocyl, coenocytes are present. This coenocyte helps in digestion. कोएनोसाइट एक तो बीटिंग मूवमेंट करते हैं फ्लैजेला का. सेकेंड फंक्शन, कोएनोसाइट हेल्प्स इन टू डाइजेशन ऑफ फूड. कोएनोसाइट्स हेल्प करते हैं इन डाइजेशन ऑफ फूड. रिमेंबर, these are the main cells of the parent, that's the porifera. Next, so whatever food particles are coming over here, these are digested by these coenocytes, and the waste material that is removed outside with the help of this water which comes outside through the osculum, right? So spongocyl में water आया, then with the help of flagella of coenocyte, this water moves upward, and then through the osculum, it exits outside. This is the pathway, and that we call water canal system. That we call the which system? Water canal system. All of you clear this thing, this system, entire system? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask right now. Okay. So next. Quickly. Maitri.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. चलिए बोलिए. Entire pathway of this water canal system.
Ma'am, first the water enters from the porocyte into the sporangio.
Porocyte नहीं. Porocyte नहीं. Exact word क्या है?
Parocyte.
No. The word which I have given that you will have to say. Porocyte तो हमने डिस्कस भी नहीं किया है अभी. बोलो.
Ma'am, ostia.
That is the correct answer. बोलो आगे.
And from ostia it goes to the canal, then into spongiocele, then
Correct.
then into that
What?
flagella of
Which cells? Coenocytes.
coenocytes.
Coenocytes. Then
And it goes upwards, and then from the osseum it goes outwards.
osculum. Osculum. Okay, through the osculum it goes out. Right? And by water enter through the ostia into the spongiocele, it helps in food gathering. Second, it helps in even gaseous exchange. In water, dissolved O2 is present. This O2 also enter into the sponge's body with the help of this ostia. And when water comes outside through that osculum, which is a large pore, so during metabolic reactions inside the sponge, CO2 is formed as a waste product. That CO2 is also comes outside. So remember, this water transport helpful in food gathering, respiratory exchange, and removal of waste. Spongiocele is lined by coenocytes, or we call the polar cells, which helps in digestion also. Which helps in digestion. Food particles, okay, those food particles, here the coenocytes are there. Okay. So this coenocytes, whatever food particles, यहाँ पे we, if I can make over here this ostia. So through the water current, food enter. These food particles from the outside to inside, first food particle enter, and this food particle enter into these coenocytes first. Coenocytes take this food particle and perform the digestion. So here the digestion takes place inside the cell. Which cell? Coenocyte. Digestion takes place inside the cell. That's why we call type of digestion is intracellular. Type of digestion is intracellular within the cell. Right? Next. Skeleton of sponges. Skeleton of sponges that is made up of spicules and spongin fibers. Spicules and spongin fibers. Over here, if you can make out, in this part, the bluish color structure. Here the bluish color structures are present. They are like this one. Some of them like this. In this way, right? These are the spicules and spongin fibers. Spicules in different poriferans, different shapes of spicules are present. They are basically made up of calcium carbonate, means salts of calcium, or silica. Salts of calcium, and this by the silica this different types of spicules are formed. Spicules are a hard structure and even pointed structure. It gives the protection also. Second thing, spongine fibers. Fibers, they are loose network-like structure. Spongine fibers are loose network-like structure, and these together, spongine fibers and spicules together form a skeleton of sponges. It forms the skeleton on the sponges. See, sponges, aquatic body, right? Sponges, that's the aquatic organism. Aquatic organism, in that there that for that, remember, strong skeleton system is required, that is made by spicules and spongine fibers in case of poriferans or sponges. Next point related to this porifera, that's reproduction. Reproduction, sexes are not separate, that we call the hermaphrodite or bisexual condition. Meaning what? One single organism possesses testes and ovary both. One single organism possesses testes as well as ovary. In humans, see, different things, male possess testes, female possess ovary. But over here, same individual possess both the reproductive organs. And they form their gametes. Testes form sperm and the ovary form the eggs. So these structures, eggs and sperms, are produced by the same individual. Then remember, sponges reproduce asexually by fragmentation process. You know, fragmentation and regeneration, right? So यहाँ पे regeneration नहीं, only which one? Fragmentation. Fragmentation, that entire sponge's body is there, that divided into different fragments, and each fragment grows as an individual. Means इसमें ऐसा होता है कि suppose these are the sponges in this way. Okay. Now in that fragmentation occur. So now each one that grow as an individual, and they form their own colony like this. So that's why we call it's a fragmentation asexual method in sponges. Whereas in case of the sexual reproduction, always remember, sexual reproduction by formation of gametes. Here testes and ovary both are present in same individual. So within one individual, okay, within one individual, that the sperms are formed and the ova are formed. Both form inside the body of sponges and both fused with each other inside the body of sponges. So we can say that fertilization takes place inside the body of sponges, and that fertilization we call internal. That fertilization we call internal fertilization. Now, next thing that you should understand over here, development. Once the fertilization done, zygote formation takes place. Zygote convert into embryo. You know this thing. Now, in some of the organisms, embryo first convert into larva. अब frog को याद करो. Frog, you know that frog, their larval stage is tadpole, right? So their embryo first convert into larva and then become adult frog. Means then become adult. So if larva is there between this embryo and adult, then this type of development we call indirect. This type of development we call which one? Indirect. Like example frog, yaad rakhna simply. And second thing, if this larva is absent and directly embryo converts into the mature form, like a human babe, right? So that we call indirect development. Sorry, that we call direct development. If larva present, indirect. If larva is not present, direct development. Remember, direct, simply one example, human. So many examples are there. One of the example, human. Monkeys are there. मंकी का कोई लार्वा ऐसा सुना है आपने? नहीं. बटरफ्लाई में सुना होगा, कैटरपिलर लार्वा, राइट? सो उसमें इनडायरेक्ट डेवलपमेंट. So zygote to embryo, embryo to larva is there. So we call indirect development. So indirect having a larval stage, which is larva, which is morphological distinct from the adult. Meaning what? अब tadpole देखो, tadpole पता है fish जैसा structure होता है tadpole का, and frog is a totally different structure. Frog structure is totally different. So morphologically also this larva and the adult, both forms are distinct from each other. So reproduction, sexes are not separated, hermaphrodite, or else we call bisexual, that is ovary and testes are present in the same individual, which form eggs and sperm by the same individual. This gametes fused inside the sponge's body itself, so we call fertilization internal. Once the fertilization done, zygote formation takes place, zygote to embryo, and this embryo first convert into larva stage, and this larva after that convert into the adult. So that's why we call it's an indirect development. Examples, Psychon or the Scypha. Scypha is a common name. Psychon or Psychon, you can say that. It's a generic name, genus name. Then Spongilla, freshwater sponge, see, V1. And Euspongia, bath sponge. Bath sponge is a common name. Okay, bath sponge is a common name. Genus name, Euspongia. 3 examples given. Psychon, Scypha, Spongilla, freshwater, Euspongia, bath sponge. Remember all are sponges. Next thing that you should understand in this one. First, understand this intracellular digestion and extracellular digestion, because in this chapter, in each and every phyla, this line is given. So in at one time, we will understand this. If you can make out over here, food particle is present. This food particle, by forming a vacuole-like depression, vacuole-like structure, enter into the cell, and inside the cell, see this one, and inside the cell, digestion takes place. Inside the cell means inside the cell, enzymes are present. Enzymes acts on this food and helps into convert into simple form. So our cells can easily